I'm so glad you've joined us today. We're going to be talking about 3 ways to get board members to engage in fundraising without asking for the ask. I'm Sonia Sala, and this is Uplifting Solutions. So you know how board members are always wanting to be helpful, and they will do anything other than fundraise. And asking them to ask is like causing them to run, I don't know where, but they run, right? They don't want to ask, and there are many reasons for that. So let me give you the 3 things you can do to help them do this and get more engaged with their donors, with your donors. First thing is when you have a board meeting, at every board meeting, you need to tell them a few stories about things that have changed or improved in a positive way with your organization. So for example, maybe you have a theater and you now have a waiting list for performances, or maybe you've helped more children this month, or maybe you've gotten a new program assistant. So you want 3 stories to share with the board members at the board meeting. Notice everything's in 3s today. What you're also going to do is you're going to have 3 blank cards with all pre-addressed envelopes, and you're going to ask each board member to sign a card and tell one of those 3 stories you just gave in the card and thanking that donor for making that story possible. Whether, again, it's the new program assistant, or you fed more children, or your performances have skyrocketed. Whatever it is, they're going to write one of those stories in the thank you card. And you're going to collect those cards before the end of the meeting and mail them the next day. Because if they take it home, it's never getting done. So do it at the meeting. The second thing they're going to do is they're going to take one of those stories and talk about it to 3 friends before the next board meeting. It could be 3 colleagues, 3 people they network with, whatever. Again, the number is 3. So they're going to tell the story 3 times to different people, but they are not asking them for money. They're just letting them know the good work that's happening in your organization. So for example, I would say, did you know that I'm on the board of XYZ, and within the last quarter, the last month, the last year, we have accomplished, or we did, or there was this story of this person who did, etc. That's all they're doing, is they're going to talk about it at least 3 times to 3 different people. The third thing they're going to do is you're going to ask the board members to bring you to the board meeting. You're going to ask them to bring you 3 names and addresses that they would like you, the organization, to reach out to. So what you're going to do with this is you're going to put them on your mailing list. They're not going on your blogs, they're not going on your social medias, they're not going on your emails or newsletters, that type of social delivery, because that's annoying and aggravating. Nobody wants to be on that. But if they're on your mailing list, your snail mail list, that's a whole different story. So they can get your newsletter, they can hear about your events, they can get your annual appeal, any of that. But all that's going to happen with these 3 names and addresses from each board member is they're going to get your written documents. What that does is, first of all, it does not require any commitment from anybody. But what it does is it makes the recipient of these letters aware of your organization. Even if they toss them in the garbage, they still will see the name of your organization over and over, and they become more familiar with who you are. So that if you or a board member eventually approaches them and asks them to be a donor, they're already beginning to be engaged with your organization. I've just given you 3 ways to show board members how to get involved with fundraising without asking for the ask. I'm Sonia of Uplifting Solutions. As always, thank you for being with me, and keep smiling because you make the difference.